Hi, this is Eclectic Vicky, and here I am in the beautiful town of Belton, Texas. That's Belton. This is the downtown area. This is the courthouse over there. Just trying to show you the top of it. Beautiful courthouse. Like most Texas small towns, you know, the downtown area is real vintage. Here's the top of the courthouse, super pretty. This is in the downtown, and it's a co-op gin. Appears to be, well, I think it's used to be the gin, but now it's an eatery. Actually, I think this is one that's very well known. The gin at Nolan Creek. Big eatery here in. Looks to be possibly another trendy store or restaurant across the street. I like these lights. I'm sure they're pretty at night. Miller Smokehouse may be one of them, and also Water Street Waffle Company. Those are two popular ones. Clem McKeska Barbecue, and there's a couple other barbecue places. Well, there's a fire station. I'm sure that's the parking lot for the restaurants. This is a law office. Most small towns have nice downtowns, but this one is exceptional. The military statue, it's called Militia Roll Call. This is some of the side view of the courthouse. Really beautiful, super old, probably 150, 200-year-old oak tree right here. Really pretty. Actually, there's quite a few really pretty trees. That one over there is really old too. Here is some more old buildings at the corner there. I'll zoom in a bit. Other side is some trendy little stores and restaurants. Here's the neat old building, and now it's a bicycle shop. Another old building that may be a hospital or a hotel, or maybe a church. Here's some across the way that are pretty old. I don't think they're functional actually, but they really would look great fixed up. Especially that white one. This is a cookie company and an old rail car. And then this is the Railroad Diner. It looks kind of fun. City of Belton Library. Belton ISD bus. Trendy little brewery. First United Methodist Church, quite a large church here. Really large. I may be repeating myself. I'm not sure I recorded it correctly, but this is that First United Church, and then this is a pecan tree. It's really, really big. It's probably 80, 90 feet tall. And it may be one of the biggest pecan trees I've ever seen in my life. And pecan trees are native to Texas, so I don't know where all they're native to, but I've forgotten. But anyway, it's a native tree, so yep, it's huge. Really, really big. Looks like it's the Beltontexas. That's a great painting. A little bit more of the downtown area while I'm at a stop sign. Well, here I am. I've pulled up into a park that runs right along parallel with the highway. And I'm hungry and I'm going to eat my picnic type lunch. And look at these beautiful ducks. I just can't get over them. They're just sitting there so peacefully. Yeah, I'm trying to decide where to eat. I mean, there's picnic tables all over. Look at that beautiful bridge. Well, I'm still continuing to watch the ducks. I just want to tell you this little cute thing I saw on the internet. I'm going to attribute it to sun-gazing.com. Anyway, it was a real cute duck face, and it said, "My ducks are absolutely not in a row. At this point, I have no idea where my ducks are." Well, there's a couple of beauties. Let's see how close they let me get. I wonder if they're a pair, like a guy and a girl, husband and wife. Wow, it's so pretty out here. All the ducks and the geese there's some geese across there. Ducks and geese are out walking around. Here's one over here waddling through the parking lot. Gosh, they're so cute. I'm about, I don't know, 8 foot away. Let's see if they'll let me get closer. I don't really want to run them off. Alright, I'm about to eat. This is my picnic area right here. Isn't this great? It is beautiful. There's lots of picnic tables, but this is the only one in the shade. I'd rather be in the shade, so it's got some little rocks up there. Yeah, it's really neat looking down in there. I'm excited to kind of go walking down there if I can. Alright, gonna eat now. I'm under another big tree. I don't know. Is this a pecan? I don't think so. But it's pretty big too. There's a little walkway. There's the river more. It's pretty. I guess it's the San Gabriel River. It's a bunch of pigeons. I don't know what that is over there, if it's a municipal building or whatnot. There's the top of the courthouse. It's just under a bridge here. Some noisy old geese over there. I'm not fond of geese. They used to chase me when I was a little kid, and I hated them. I didn't have enough gumption to know that you could just kick at them, you know, and they'd leave you alone. So I was a victim, you know. There's a lot of fowl out here. Here comes some ducks back to the water. Here's some back here just sitting there. Probably used to being fed. I don't have anything except bread, and that's not good for them, so you're out of luck, girls. Yeah, it's quite quite a lot of fowl. Here's the geese over there. Are those swans? No, those are geese. Swans are not native, so anyway, there's the geese. Alright, I'm getting low on power. I better stop recording. Here comes a lot of birds over there. This is a really pretty bridge area. Looks great. Very nice. Still here at the river, but it's just a closer view of the bridge. Here's some little small, semi-older houses. I think this is a really cute and tiny little house. It's cute. I'm still in the area. It's kind of less prosperous. Wow, this is a really pretty house for the neighborhood I'm in. I'm still in a car, so it's really pretty. Here's some of those elusive poppies. We didn't see very many in Georgetown this time. I can't really photograph real well. This road's kind of busy here. I'll move along a little bit. Yeah, they've got quite a few. Really pretty. Sorry, I'm getting the mirror in there. But this road's more traveled than I'd like. Pretty. Looks like we might be somewhere near the police station. Looks like a plainclothes police car over there. Oops, not recording real well. Yep. Looks like we're somewhere in the vicinity of the police station. Here's a really nice homestead here. Got a cute little house next door to it, which kind of looks like a store. Can't get it good. I'm recording my mirror. That's pretty. I don't see that it's not a residence. It looks like a residence. It's pretty. Very nice house. This is the front of that restaurant, which is basically a rail station, I believe. It's a few segments back. So I'll have to find out about this, but this says the Bell County Museum, and on the front of it, it says Carnegie. So that's really interesting. I'm going to try to walk around it. I'm not very good at walking. I'm recording. This is a pretty old building over there, Main Street, something, 2000 North Main. It's now the workforce. Okay, I'm going to walk around to the front here. See if I can, actually I kind of need to go across the street, but it's kind of busy. I don't know if I can do it. Okay. Women's Wednesday Club of Belton, founded in 1898 as a literary society. 25 members. Oldest active club of its time is initially meeting in the Central Hotel in downtown. Club members were devoted to the study of literature and history. Carnegie Library Building, completed in 1904. This brick library building was funded by a personal contribution from the noted Newark industrialist. So Andrew Carnegie actually participated in this. Okay, I'm going to walk around. What's this? Going up the Texas Chisholm's Trail, 1867. Whew. I like this tree. I don't know what it is. All right, here's the Bell County Museum, and here is the Carnegie at the top of it. It is a really ornate. Look at those lions up there. That's really cool. It's got a nice agave plant in a lion. What do you call it? Planter. Wow, this is pretty cool. I like it. There's Andrew Carnegie up there. See on top of that little emblem thing. There's some pretty flowers, and this is on Main Street. It's pretty busy. I don't know if it's open or not, but I'm not really going to spend the time to go in it right now. I'm on my way home. So here's the little side view of it. I think all this stuff's been added on. There's a really neat house up there. I'd like to see it. It's really old. There's actually two of them. I'm going to drive around there and see it. I'm on low charge, so I've got to be careful. All right, well, this is the Carnegie donated. What are you yelling at me? So this is the Carnegie Library, now turned museum. Oh, it's lovely. We're on the other side of this is still the downtown that circles the courthouse, and this is some of the trendy buildings. There is a really trendy looking building. I think it's a restaurant because it's got seating at the top. In front of this is a Doyle's Auto Supply. This is the back of it. And apparently they commissioned a little mural. There's quite an old house. It's called the Penelope House. You may be able to tour it. I don't know. And this, it's painted in the pastel colors of the times. I bet you could tour it. This one over here is called the Tyler Embry House. And I don't know if it's something you could tour or somebody lives in it, but it's pretty neat looking. There's actually quite a lot of old houses here, more than I realized. Here's another quite old one. It looks like a residence. It's got a cat out on the front porch. You might be able to see it moving around. I'm actually working my way back to these really huge ones. I mean, these are kind of mansions, but these two that I saw next to each other were huge. And I gotta go across the main street. I actually considered moving to Belton. I wouldn't totally rule it out even now, but whoops, there's my little tree, little tree freshener. So anyway, that is a neat one. I like that. Got a dead tree that needs to go. Yep, pretty cool. Well, I'm in the Belton Cemetery. I don't know what it's called, but not especially here on purpose. I had a hard time turning around. This town has a lot of traffic, no bigger than a town than it is. And I guess at this point it's kind of 5 o'clock traffic. This is a really pretty cemetery. Hopefully I can record. I can't really see because it's so bright. Well, I didn't mean to push the button. These are the two houses I was talking about earlier. Great big old houses. This is, what is this? Children's Advocacy Center of Centraltexas, Hope House. It's a really old big house. Right next to it's another one. I'm trying to walk. This is Main Street, so I'll be careful. Just stop recording for a second. Oh, that's really big. Well, this one doesn't have a name. This may be privately owned, but I don't imagine it is because, you know, I don't know. But it is cool. It's a really old big house. Both these houses are right next to each other. And they're awesome. These qualify for mansions. That's the front of it. Yeah, and this is the main street. Yep, a lot of traffic. Hard to get over here. I had to work my way over here. Here's the side of that Hope Advocacy House. There's I don't know if those are apartments or what. I guess, you know, back in the day they were servants' quarters. But even they're pretty neat. Yep, like it. There's another old house over there. Let me go see what it looks like. Even this house is pretty old. It's just not a prosperous house, you know, but it's pretty old too. Wow, this guy's beautiful. Looks like a residence basically, but it is pretty. See all that ornate decoration. I don't know if you can tell, but the edges of those glasses are stained glass. Wow, this town has a lot of old houses. I'll get back to at the end with a little bit more history about Belton. Maybe this was a, you know, highly industrial area at one time back in the 1800s. Here's the house from a slightly different angle. I would just imagine that purple is pretty consistent with the pastels of the times. Looks like they're doing some renovation on this one. Belton Women's Commonwealth. Martha White McWhirter, 1867, experienced a religious vision in which she felt she'd been sanctified by God. She began to share her experience with other Belton women and soon formed a small community of women who, desiring to leave their unfulfilling lives as wives and mothers, joined her in her beliefs. Four major tenets of the group included a commitment to celibacy, non-denominationalism, dream interpretation, and communal living. The group called themselves the True Church Colony and were later incorporated as the Belton Women's Commonwealth. Because they severed ties with their non-sanctioned husband and churches, they were forced to produce income for themselves and their dependent children. Among other jobs, the women sold bread, took in laundry, practiced dentistry, and opened a Central Hotel. Anyway, in a dream, they sold their properties and relocated to Washington, D.C. in 1900. The group's membership began to decline, and there were only 9 remaining members by 1908. The last Commonwealth member, Martha Shebel, died at the age of 101 in 1983. All right, now I'm going to show you the house, but I'm going to stop recording for just a second. Well, here is the communal house, I guess. It's really cool. It's really neat, and it's being renovated. The front door is open. Yep, pretty cool. I like the stone. Here's one over here that's fairly vintage too. It's just a small person. And there's several others down here. These are the, less prosperous ones, but they're old too. All right, let me get over here where I can angle the house better. This house is awesome. Yeah. Awesome house. That's pretty women's lib, wasn't it? Yep, pretty women's lib. Here's some of the fence. Yeah, I like this house. The stone is really... I don't know if this is considered Austin stone or not, but it's white. Austin stone is white. A lot of the houses in Austin, Texas have this kind of stone, but I don't know if this is actually considered Austin stone, so I don't want to call it that. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This sign probably gives you lots of things to go see and do. I wish I could have seen it better. So I'm on the backside of where I ate, but I'm not sure if the bridge over here is the backside of the same section of bridge. But at any rate, I am on the backside of where I ate my lunch. There's that odd building again that looks like a parking garage coliseum. This is a neat gazebo with built-in seating. It's quite a lot of seating. So I imagine they have musical events here, maybe plays, maybe weddings, I don't know. It would definitely accommodate quite a few people. This is a neat area. I like it over here. There's a playground, and there's tennis courts. I definitely think this is probably Heritage Park, because playgrounds and tennis courts were mentioned in the description that I saw of that particular park. It's kind of funny. I really didn't see very many people here, though. Here's one of those playgrounds. They're very nice. There's a lady jogging. I'm seeing a lot of squirrels. Well, here's a cute little house I spotted in a residential neighborhood. It's for sale. And it's really pretty cute. Small, cute. I was hoping it might be inexpensive. I don't know. Probably not. But it's pretty cute. Here's some houses across the street. They're pretty cute too. They're actually cuter than this one. Boy, my window needs help already. I've only driven about 40, 50 miles, and it's already a mess. I do try to clean it before I record. Well, here's another little average smaller house section. And as I said, there are some more expensive houses. I just didn't locate them or try to. I love this little house. It's a dollhouse. All right, well, let's talk about the town itself. It's 24,000 population in 2024. Now, I made this video in May of 2023. I promptly forgot about it, and now I'm trying to get it out of iCloud and onto YouTube. So anything that's timely, I mentioned like restaurants or whatever, if you're coming this way, you might want to recheck and see if they're still functioning. I didn't see or look for stores, so I don't know what the city holds, but I imagine it definitely does have basically what you would need. I doubt that you would need to go into Georgetown, which is the nearest bigger town. I doubt that you would need to go there for the basics. And of course, Austin, that whole area is full of stuff. Plenty of stores, the airports, hospitals, mega entertainment, and mega shopping. So you're really covered. San Antonio is about an hour and 15 minutes north of Austin. That's another great place if you're not familiar with Texas. So Belton would be a really great place to live for retirees and people that work at home, just anybody that doesn't commute. And it's not the worst commute in Texas by any means. Dallas-Fort Worth is much worse, and so is Houston. All right, well, let's talk about Carnegie. He built those libraries, quite a few of them, during the 30 years before the Depression. In fact, the building stopped around 1929, which was the year the Depression started. Like many wealthy people, he didn't totally factor in what the little guy has to deal with. So he was widely criticized for, donating the land and the... I sneezed here, there's a little gap. Buildings, and then not really... There was nothing else. No money for maintenance and all that. All these little towns struggled to keep them up. And in fact, Belton is a good example of that because it later became a ladies' club, and I'm sure most of those women, the 25 members were probably wealthy women. And then now it's a museum. So a lot of them are now something else. A lot of, wealthy people are frequently criticized. They say, oh, they should have given the money away to everybody else type of thing. And he did it for his own glory, which I think is pretty unfair. I don't really view wealthy people that way. I mean, I just live in my own little world. And basically, if you want to be happy in life, you do need to live in the world that you've got. So it doesn't do you any good to resent wealthy people. As you can see on the map, it's close to Killeen and Fort Hood, a military base. So it'd be a good option for military families. I hope you enjoyed seeing my video as much as I did going there and making it.